So Billy, a 4-1 win in the FA Vase tonight over Worksop Town. You must be absolutely delighted with that immense performance tonight.
The performance was absolutely outstanding. I thought, as I've said to numerous people tonight now, we adapted to the conditions really, really well. We had a great game plan. We adapted it slightly from when we went to Worksop, obviously, so that they had a few more questions to answer. And I thought, that you look at the 4 goals we scored, and I don't think there's one of them that came in more than 4 passes, and I think that's probably their downfall tonight, was that we know they can pass the ball and they pass it well, but they didn't really penetrate. They only had a couple of shots. I think, if you had tally our shots up, we'd probably in double figures.
2.5 weeks without a game, that was. It certainly didn't have an effect on us, did it?
No, we've got a phenomenal set of lads at this football, unbelievable. They weren't really. That wasn't me. I didn't shout that.
I'll bleep that out.
Yeah, they've worked so hard in that 2.5 weeks. Not once have they moaned. They've come in. They came in Saturday at 1:30 to the college and did a full hour-and-a-half session. And did a full-on session and didn't skive. They worked the socks off. They did everything, and they've got the reward tonight. And the 2.5 weeks, all it made us was a little bit rusty in terms of our footballing. But in terms of the rest, probably done us a world of good, because that's 30 plus games this season already, so it was nice, but it's nice to be playing again.
If we go for the goals tonight, the first one came from Josh Barrett. Lovely play from Nick Black to hold his man off, and Barrett had the composure to dink it over.
I think we should go all the way back to the pass first, because I thought Greg's cross-field miss-hit
did he
pass
mean that?
was... Well, he's claiming that he did, but, we talked about that. We talked about playing into them areas, so Greg was trying to do the right thing, so I think he should get the credit for the fact that he's got his head up, he's tried to play a cross-field pass, he's tried to play him behind, and Jim Beadle has been absolutely outstanding tonight.
You can tell by his colour of shirt.
Yeah, without doubt, and he's just kept it alive. And then Blackie in the box, it was great vision to just flick it. And then Josh, what a little dink over the keeper, it was absolutely first class. And fair play to the lad, because he's not had, if you go back to before we had the flood, and then he'd had his injury, so he hasn't had a lot of pitch time. So to get on the score sheet that quick was brilliant for him.
Second goal came from Adam Baker, who had a phenomenal first half again. Another brilliant goal. He had the confidence to go down his weaker side and finish with ease, really.
Well, we're always saying to Adam that he's so exciting when he's in full flow, and we're always trying to encourage him to get 1v1 and get in the box, because once he gets in there, he twists, he turns, he's got phenomenal agility, his balance is outstanding, so he's got that little turn of pace, and once he went past the defender, you knew there was only going to be one outcome.
It's fair to say that we could have had 3 or 4 going into the half time. The amount of chances we had, Greg Anson had a header just over the bar, Matt Heath had a header just over the bar as well, so that was that pleasing to see. That.
Yeah, I think so, but there's always a worry, isn't there, when at 2-0 it's a really difficult scoreline 2-0, because if they get, we talked at half time about the first goal, and a couple of little issues that we needed to sort out tactically. Certainly the lad they had sat in front of the back 4 was getting on the ball quite a lot, so we got Nick Black to tuck in and look after that, and he did it really well. And then it's you want the game put into bed as quick as you can. And at half time I said to him, look, there's no let up here. If we get the next one, we keep going, and we get the next one, and we keep going until the referee blows the final whistle, because there was a lot at stake. There's a lot of credibility to come out of the game, and Worksop they're a very good footballing side. Let's take nothing away from them, but they've come across as a fine time in the season.
Into the second half, our third goal came from Nick Black, who worked tirelessly throughout the night, didn't he? And it was a lovely goal, didn't he? Just took it past the goalkeeper and rolled it home nonchalantly, really.
Brilliant finish with Nick. I think he's so versatile, because he can play on left, he can play on right, he can play up top, he can lead the line, he can play off the front man. It just gives us so many options, and it's a big part of what we're doing, Nick. And it's great to have him at the football club. He's one of the easiest people in the world to deal with off the pitch. He's got a constant smile on his face. He enjoys what he's doing. He enjoys being around it. So great to see Nick getting on the score sheet tonight.
The fourth was again scored by Adam Baker, who had another sensational game. And I've said throughout the past few weeks that he's having better games as the weeks go on, and it's his best game he's played for Tadcaster. And again, it seems like he's just beating his performances as the weeks go on.
Yeah, I think Adam's true potential for me. I seen him last year play over at Salford, and young Nathan Cartman got hat-trick that day and took a lot of the credit, and it was a brilliant hat-trick. And we had Luke Dean playing at the time, but Adam was tremendous that day, and I think from that day forward I always knew that Adam's potential is phenomenal. You know, he's a good lad, he works hard, he's a happy-go-lucky lad, he plays with a massive smile on his face, and he plays with no fear. Him and
it was a brilliant goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Lovely bit of
absolutely
little
fantastic.
Dummy, creative space and fighting to the top corner.
No, and he deserves it. You know, he's playing really well at the moment, Adam.
The whole squad was outstanding tonight. It's difficult to pick out anyone, isn't it, in particular, because the whole team going from the back four through to the midfield and the striker was just impeccable.
I think if I were putting the pressure, and I've said it to a few people, it's, for me, Jimmy Riedel was outstanding. It was a great captain's performance from Jim tonight. First half, he led the line really well. He won the flicks for us, and you know, we've restricted him a little bit because he's not getting as many goals because he tends to be in the box, and we all know Jimmy don't score in the box, which he keeps telling me. But you know, and then we moved him back into the middle of the park, where what we'd done was Liam had picked up the booking, and because of the conditions, we were a bit worried that if he got one wrong or the timing wrong, then it cost him a red card, and we didn't need to do that. We didn't need, you know, our discipline this year has been exemplary. We're right up at the top of the disciplinary league, which means that we're not going to be at the suspensions. It means we're not going to lose players. You know, the only thing we've got to worry about is injuries, and Lucy takes care of that for us. So I think it was the right thing to do, and then Jimmy dropped into the middle of the park, and to be fair, the plan was to give Jimmy 5 or 10 minutes in there and bring Nick Black on, but Nick Thompson, and drop Nick Black into the right hand side, the left hand side of the midfield. So, but it got to a stage where we thought, you know what, Jimmy's playing that well in there, let's just put Tom on the right hand side and Nick can go on the left hand side, and we'll just shore it up a little bit here, and we'll stop him from getting a second and make him score line. Probably, you know, reflect them more than us, because I thought it was a dominating performance tonight.
We've got Sunderland RCA away in the next round of the FA Vase. What do you make of that draw? What do you know about them?
Well, what we do know is that the Northern League's it's a tough league, a real tough league. We know that. We'll do our own work. Now we know we're through. It gives us a week and a half now to do what we need to do, and I'm sure it'll be brilliant. You know, it'll be a great day out for us. It'll be a great day up there. It's, you know, the North East is passionate about football, and you know, you go up there and having played in the Northern League, they just think they can beat anyone. So, and they've got that winning mentality. So it's going to be a really tough draw for us away from home. But you know, we'll get Saturday out of the way first. We'll go to the stadium on Saturday, and then we'll start the planning from sort of Saturday forward. Yeah,
you mentioned that next match is Saturday away from home to Staveley Man as well for back to league action. It's another tough game for us, isn't it?
Brett, my old friend Brett. Who, when I were at Liversidge, you know, I had some great tussles with Brett over at Retford, but he won the league with a minimum budget. He did really well, and I don't think we ever took a point of him. And we went and we played well against him a number of times. So he knows what's required. You know, people speak very highly of him, and you get that. We've had Brian Oakes here tonight from Liversidge. I was chatting to him about it, and it's nice when people keep up with what's going on, and I talk to Brett quite a lot when I can, and he's got a very good young side. They're building for the future. It's going to be a difficult place to go. The thing is, once you get youngsters in your side, they play with no fear, and if they get it right, it can be mesmerising, and it's difficult to break down. So what we've got to do is go and be really professional. But you know, we've got an opportunity now. We're only 2.5 days, 3 days away from that game. So I think what's really important now is to just take stock of where we are. I don't think we've any real injuries. Josh Barrett was a bit of a niggle, but I don't think that shouldn't keep him out of the squad on Saturday. And of course, Josh Green to come back in, who's away. The kids that he teaches have got carol service tonight, which we knew about for a long time. So he did have it covered at one stage, but then something happened with the person who was going to cover for him. So, you know, but Josh will be back on Saturday as well, so it would be great to get him back involved as well, and just make sure that we rotate the right people, and make sure that we go there with every opportunity to kick on in the league now. I think the final mention for me, you've got to go to the people who were involved in the clear up of the pitch.
It's scary to think that yesterday there was puddles still around the pitch.
I came last week, and you know, when you've got you've got Jimmy, Ken, Matt and Danny walking around with a big bag picking leaves and twigs up. I think that tells you what this football club's about. You know, Roy, Mikey's granddad were down here, Chairman of Garth has been down here. You know, that community spirit and that's
non-league football for
well,
really.
Yorkshire fire as well for me. You know, being from across the Pennines there, and yeah, well, you know, that's why I live here, because you know the people are second to none. And certainly second to none at this football club, and I think the leadership from the top all the way down is phenomenal. You know, there are so many people who get involved. Ian McManus, Chickers has been, you know, we know he's down here as much as he can, and I think that you know, tonight's result is credit for everything that they have done getting this game on tonight.
Massive well done. We'll go again on Saturday.
Thanks very much, mate.